Hello Gemini, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading. You guys came in second as the most viewed video for the second half of March, and so here we are with your bonus reading, focusing on your love connections and anything else that comes through with these cards here. So I was gravitating towards these three decks: the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight, my Sunshine and Rainbows deck, and then the Stay Inspired Oracle cards by Alex of Sister Moon Tarot. General advice as always, Gemini, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to first tap into some of the challenges that you might be dealing with at this point in time when it comes to your love connections. So I'll be focusing on this deck to get things started. All right, so let's see what comes through here for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. And you guys are probably wondering why we're back to this setup. And I mentioned this in my Virgo reading because they came in number one. This thing right here is my monitor. I had to cover it for this reading. It's just basically a monitor, and it works great sometimes, but it doesn't work at all other times, like today. So I've kind of had to revert back to this setup, which is how I used to do things when I first started my channel. When it doesn't work, it's literally just a piece of furniture on my desk. But we're trying to come up with a solution here. Anyway, we're starting with memories. So it does say bittersweet, dwelling, and reminiscing. So this could be telling us, Gemini, that maybe you're focused on memories from the past. You could be feeling nostalgic about someone that you might be at a distance from. You guys are not together right now. Those bittersweet memories. Let's grab another card. And this loss right here, this came up for Virgo as well. For some of you guys, you might want to cross-watch that one, especially if you're thinking of a Virgo perhaps. But memories and loss, this hurt you, Gemini. This is something that really hurt you when you guys went into separation. It's like you're grieving the absence of this person in your life. We do have deja vu coming in. Past life, karmic lessons, repeated patterns. So maybe this is trying to tell you, if you tend to create situations where you feel like, wait a minute, I've been through this before, especially when it comes to your relationships, you know, especially if you have some sort of pattern that seems to stand out in your relationships from the past, especially, you know, for example, if you tend to attract a particular type of person or relationship and then it ends up not working out because of similar circumstances, that could be something that you might have dealt with in a past life. You could have also connected with somebody that you were with in a past life, and there are karmic lessons attached to that experience with that person, and maybe it keeps resurfacing because the lesson is either not learned at this time, or it's still resurfacing because the lesson hasn't completed. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here and see what is going on. I'll be pulling from my tarot teacher. This is the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. What else do we need to know here? So you're thinking of somebody. You're not with them. And when you guys went into separation, it really hurt you. That's what's coming through here. And for some of you, these memories stem back as far as past lives that you have shared with this person. Five of Swords. So somebody walked away here because there could have been conflicts that was overwhelming the partnership. It can be some sort of competitive energy here. There could have been other people who were trying to interfere in the relationship. You could have gotten yourself involved with a karmic partner. So it really depends, Gemini, whether you're the one that walked away or somebody walked away from you. This represents the ups and downs that you guys have been through with that Two of Pentacles. There could have been juggling going on here, sneakiness with the Five of Swords as well. I'm getting this for some of you. Swords represents air energy. Gemini, you are an air sign. Pentacles represents earth. So for some of you, maybe your person represents earth energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. I mentioned that at the top of this reading, where the very first reading I did for the bonus readings this time around was for Virgo. Now, for some of you, if you relate to that, either you're dealing with a Virgo individual or they've got Virgo in their chart. You could also have Virgo in your chart, but somebody was in between. There's this back and forth energy with that Two of Pentacles. Somebody couldn't perhaps make up their mind what they wanted, or part of that competition is, oh gosh, this keeps popping up in my Gemini reading. Sorry guys, it's a repetitive storyline that keeps popping up because it's instinctively coming through. So what I'm feeling here, somebody could have either been married, in a committed partnership, whether that is you, whether that is the other person, or you guys were both attached to other people, and there could have been an affair here. There was sneaking around going on. There was some sort of juggling energy coming through here, and if this is something that you relate to, Gemini, and if it keeps happening in your life, that's because of that deja vu energy. So you got to be mindful of stopping the pattern. If you relate to that, you know, if it keeps popping up, you got to realize it's like, wait a minute, I'm the common denominator here, so I got to stop. I got to stop getting myself entangled in situations where it's complicated and people who really are not free to be pursuing a partnership because they're already involved. I got to say it. I had to pick that up. You know, it's coming through here for me. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? This is interesting. It's very interesting in the sense that if you do take the time to watch the Virgo reading, they ended up getting a whole bunch of 10s. You have one as well. The Wheel of Fortune represents that number 10. 10s represent completion. So there's this cycle, perhaps from the past or a past life or some experience or relationship that you had with someone from your past. There's this cycle that's kind of being regurgitated. It's from someone from your past, but the Wheel of Fortune in the upright obviously represents a very positive energy, telling you that this might be making way for some much needed change, because it represents a very different type of energy. It's good karma. So maybe after those karmic lessons have been learned, this then makes way for good karma and good luck to replace that. And to tell you that through you making different choices and decisions to break the cycle, to break old patterns, you can finally start turning things around in your life. Not just your romantic life either. So that could be a good thing, Gemini, that things are turning around for you. What else do we need to know for this bonus reading? We do have the Queen of Swords. So Gemini, if you happen to represent divine feminine energy, you might have cut a masculine out and you've got your boundaries up. Things can, as I've mentioned, still turn around for you and this person, but it's up to you. You know, we have more feminine energy coming through with the Empress right here. Some of you guys could have Taurus in your chart. You could be the Taurus here. Okay, so we've got different types of energies presenting itself here. Some of you could have already had children with your masculine. Some of you could have also already had a family. I'm feeling for some of you, when this loss happened, it broke up not only a couple, but it broke up possible marriages. It could have broken up families as well. We have the Nine of Cups coming up next. This one came up earlier also. Sorry, I didn't see that one on the side. This is your own Gemini energy. Okay, the Lover's card. So the decision, Gemini, might actually fall on your shoulders to decide the direction you want to go here. Are you at the point in your life where you're ready to learn these lessons and to change up these patterns so that any sort of unhealthy attachment or repetitive behaviors that might not be serving a purpose in your life any longer, that's getting you off of that old cycle and creating a new one for you where things can, as I've mentioned, turn around for you so that you can manifest these dreams and wishes that you are wanting when it comes to being with the one that you love. Because I'm getting here for some of you, you have so much love for this person. You love them. They love you. So it comes down to a life-altering decision or choice that you make for yourself, whether or not this comes back around and comes back around in a very good way, or comes back around to continue to teach you lessons that you have yet to learn. That is up to you, how that plays out. When it comes to the masculine, though, we've got this Knight of Cups coming through. This is a divine masculine who is really wanting to follow their heart, to reconnect with a divine feminine. And the Knight of Cups is known to be very romantic. And then the Six of Swords here, Gemini, it's a transition card. It's a card of healing as well, because I feel that's so needed after seeing cards like loss, grief, sorrow, and pain. There is healing that is needed here. So there's truly this need to move forward. And I know that these memories are here, but that's the past. So it's now ready and it's time for you to move forward from those memories, from the past, release it, let it go, and try to change the pattern. Try to change any toxic behaviors on your part, or even engaging with people who are very similar in that energy coming towards you. It's time to make better choices. That's what I'm ultimately getting here. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional insight here for you. So those are a part of the obstacles and challenges of what it is that you need to know at this time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Sunshine and Rainbows deck here, taking a look at the lighter side of things. All right, Gemini. So choose wisely, make wise choices and decisions. Let's see what else we can tap into here for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Ooh, we have the Fireman coming through. So divine feminine, for some of you, your masculine could have fire in their chart, or they could be a fire sign, sun sign. All right, so sizzling, chemistry, hot-tempered, excitable, spontaneous, adventures, and doesn't hold back in love. A red-hot, passionate love connection. Okay, they don't have to be a fire sign, but, you know, that's just what the card says. At the end of the day, this is red-hot chemistry with a masculine. Wow. All right, let's see what else. What else for Gemini? We have the divine masculine coming through. Okay, so Mr. DJ. Somebody could be a DJ, somebody could really be into music or be in the music industry. It does say this love partner can make your heart sing with joy. Romantic words will sound like music to your ears. Your hearts will beat in rhythm right from the start. Unmatched chemistry that will make you dance forever. You guys could have a love of music, love to dance, just have that in common. So the masculine really wanting the feminine to know that they feel the chemistry. They want to be able to bring the romance back. Let's grab one more card. And then we have the Florist coming through. With proper love and affection, this partnership is sure to thrive. It may take time and dedication for romance to grow, bloom, and thrive into something beautiful, but it sure is worth the wait. A relationship guaranteed to beautify your life. That's awesome, you know, and somebody could love flowers, could be a florist by profession. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these messages here. I'm guided to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a Twist. And if you're not familiar with me using this deck, it's one that I actually created for advanced beginners wanting to learn how to read tarot. And the twist here is that it includes new Oracle messages as well as new court cards, in addition to all of the usual tarot messages. All right, Gemini, what else needs to come through here? We've got the Angel of Mercy coming through, and look at the next card. We've got the Angel of Hope. All right, so 2 angels coming through already, Gemini, so let me read these real quick. Life has brought you down to your knees. The universe shows you mercy. The love you've been searching for, yearning for, has eluded you thus far. I'm here to let you know that it's time to rise, to get back up. Sorry for the background noise. Claim your ascension within your own life to help you take that first step towards a brighter future. So it's totally in your hands, Gemini, the direction that this all takes. And we've got the Angel of Hope. You've lost your way, your sense of direction. Which way is up? Which way is down? Which way takes you away from who you are, and which way shows you the path you're meant to travel? This is not the end. I'm here to help restore the faith within you, to let you know that there is a ray of sunshine, a glimmer of hope that you fail to see. Open your eyes. I am here. Okay, so if you relate to these messages that you have lost your way, that life has brought you down to your knees, which I can see that, you know, with cards like the 5 of Swords, which can be very challenging here, you know, but you are being directed to transition away from that with cards like the 6 of Swords, you know, and again, the karmic lessons attached to this whole experience, sense of loss that you have experienced, sorrow, grief, and pain, whatever that represents for you. You've got some angels here protecting you, watching out for you to be able to move away from that type of energy, to be able to heal, to be able to find happiness and fulfillment in your life, whether that's pertaining to your love life or some other aspect of it. We do have the Hangman coming through, so this is about letting things go. You know, getting yourself out of a situation because you know that it wasn't working. It's either that or somebody had to let you go and walked away from you. It could go either way. But it makes way for something or someone better. It actually makes room for things, good things, to come towards you. So now we've got the Baron of Air, representing one of the new court cards in this deck. This is actually picking up off of Divine Masculine air signs. So a Divine Masculine Gemini, perhaps. So this is somebody who's really smart. They could be very well educated. They could be quite stable financially. They love to talk. They're a great conversationalist. They could talk for hours, talk forever. But they're also coming through as somebody who's loyal, protective, and extremely intelligent. So somebody, a masculine, which we see here from the Divine Masculine DJ card right there. They really are ready to make better choices here. Okay, they're ready to make better choices. Which is also picking up off of the Lover's card. And again, that's your own Gemini energy. We do have the Page of Cups coming in. Now, for some of you guys, take this if it applies. The masculine could be younger than the feminine, but we also have instances where the masculine could be the older, wiser counterpart here. We do have the Six of Pentacles. This is all about equality, giving and receiving, and that's exactly what is needed in a partnership in order for that partnership to be successful and to thrive, you know. So we do have sixes coming up in this reading. So sixes can represent growth in tarot. So that's a good thing. This is about two people who are equally invested, who are perhaps ready to throw in all of the necessary effort and energy into the relationship for things to finally start moving, going in the right direction. The Saber of Air coming through here. And again, Gemini, this is your own air energy coming through. So it says it's time to clean house. Cut toxicity out of your life. Bad relationships, whether romantic in nature, friendships, or unhealthy family connections, need to be addressed, released, and cleansed out of your life. Don't hold on to the past or heavy baggage you've been carrying. Throw it out like yesterday's trash. It's time to move on and bring in some fresh air. You see that? So I kind of feel that energy for this reading, especially when it comes to the divine masculine. It's time to cut out whatever that toxicity represents, because it's tied into the past. And if it doesn't pertain to a romantic partnership, then there could be some sort of toxic environment in the home, or through someone's upbringing, or something traumatic that you might have experienced growing up. It could be any of those things. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. Let's go ahead and grab some additional advice here, Gemini. I wanted to pull from this deck Stay Inspired Oracle cards by Sister Moon Tarot. All right, so let's see what else you need to know here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Yes, look at this. New, okay? Try something different. Cultivate the wild in you, all right? And what I get from that, considering what we've seen in repetitive patterns and karmic lessons and, you know, time to clean house, get toxicity out of your life, I'm ultimately feeling here that it's time to stop those repetitive patterns and try something new, Gemini, in order to break the cycle, you know, and hopefully that makes sense for you. Cycles that keep coming back because the lessons attached to those experiences have either yet to be learned, or it hasn't just completed. It hasn't completed. You know, the lesson is not done. Let's see what else for Gemini, please. We have compassion. Extend yourself love and grace. Extend others love and grace. So hopefully that makes sense for you, because it really does go both ways. It goes both ways. And now we've got the divine feminine coming through. We've already seen the masculine energy, so we now have the feminine energy coming through, gentle, nurturing, receptive, flexible, and open. So maybe divine feminine, you are open to a new chapter, trying something new when it comes to your masculine. And I just happen to glance at the next card, and we have strength here. You can weather any storm. You are stronger than you know. And sometimes we forget that. You know, Gemini, when we go through trying times in our life, sometimes we forget just how strong we actually are. So let's grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Luna Tarot deck here. I forgot to mention. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Nine of Wands, persistence. This is simply confirming here that you've been through some trying times. You've been hurt, you've been wounded by experiences, by people. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to just be romantic partnerships, because this can go way beyond that. Whether it's a friend, a parent, a relative. It could be so many people that you have encountered who ended up hurting you and affecting how you do things and affecting your character. And maybe life has just been overwhelming you, to the point where this darn boulder keeps wanting to come down on you, and you're having to just use every ounce of strength to keep pushing it away from you, or to keep trying to get over the hill, And that's where this comes in, for you to recognize the strength within you, that you are resilient, that you are persistent, regardless of what life has handed you. And I love this. Ace of Swords, clarity of thoughts, breakthrough, a new beginning. This is perfect timing, in my opinion, because usually the Ace of Swords pops up after a person has gone through some pretty trying times. We've seen that right from the very beginning. You've experienced loss in your life. You have experienced disappointments, grief, sorrow, pain. It has not always been an easy journey for you, but you're still standing. And you now have the opportunity to break free from situations where you're no longer meant to be. And whatever that toxicity implies, it's time to cut that out of your life. Whether it's a person, a situation, an experience, a memory, whatever it is. Look at this. We now have the Emperor, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Chariot. So, going back to the cards that have already come through here. Let me just grab it. Okay, remember, the Empress came through earlier, representing the Divine Feminine. We now have the Masculine popping up again as the Emperor. So you guys are actually divine counterparts here. You could be perfectly matched up. It's just that there have been some obstacles that have gotten in the way of union, or you guys overcoming some struggles or obstacles in the relationship. But you're now being given the opportunity to start over. And this is confirmation here that this is a turning point as far as what you're dealing with, what it is that you have endured in your life, Gemini, that things can still turn around for you and this person. This does represent a very positive energy in the upright, good karma, good luck, a destined, fated connection between two people. This represents triumph. This represents a very positive outcome. This represents movement. So if you're feeling stuck, which is, I keep bringing up Virgo because that came up in their reading where they felt trapped and felt like they were stuck. You're not stuck. If you're unfulfilled, if you are not happy in a particular situation, connection, or where your life is at right now, it's up to you to be able to create movement for yourself so that you can be successful, whether that's in your romantic partnerships, whether that is in your career, your life purpose, your livelihood, your family life, family relationships, relatives, friendships, associates at work, however way you need to pick up off of this triumphant energy, you've got the power to do so. You absolutely do. And I'm just getting here, ultimately, the feminine and the masculine can find a common ground here to work this out. All right, guys, so I will leave it at that. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, Gemini, that information is down below. Thank you so very much for the love and support, for coming in number 2 as the most viewed video for the second half of March, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.